right back where we left off. I just emptied my inventory, grabbed a couple energy potions. Yeah, mental alacrity. Oh, it's such a nice skill. Like even just one, it's so subtle, but I can definitely tell a tiny difference in my both in my attack speed, but also in my mana consumption, energy consumption. Now, if I recall correctly, because we pulled having that the debris field right there, we're probably gonna have to go through this cellar that's right here. Man, Furies are a pain. Yeah, I say before having to deal with that little barrel of laughs. Oh, everything, you know, my energy and speed are feeling a lot better now, and it's like half my energy's gone because of that. But definitely having mental alacrity at one point is a start to having things work a little better. Yeah, this cellar leads over to where we need to get to the other cellar to get the assistant. If I recall correctly, that rubble that's blocking us doesn't always spawn, so it's just a luck of the draw that we had that chunk of rubble there and we have to do this. Though, honestly, for me, I'm just gonna let those guys fight for a little bit. Okay then. Though it's one of those things that's like I almost always have to take this cellar whenever I have a up and coming character in order to get them around Burwitch. What's funny is it's happened enough times that I don't have to take this cellar that I've occasionally forgotten I had to take this cellar. Oh crap. Whew. Oofda. Hopefully I pulled most of the guys that were in here. Okay, we took care of that room pretty handily. Let's see what goodies we got. Nothing. Sheet DPS, but that's not much. Okay, we did not get a single goodie there. Yeah, I think it's up here. Yep. Now I believe we're going to cross the street. No, we're not, because it's right over here. And actually, we're going to see one of the funnier things that annoys me about the game. It's a little thing that kind of annoys me, but it's a noticeable enough thing that it actually does bother me. Unless they fixed it. They might have fixed it. Yeah, we're crossing the street. Don't worry, this is not the thing that annoys me about the game. The little thing that annoys me. You'll definitely know it you'll know it because I will point it out to you. I will definitely point out what the little annoyance is. It's actually kind of a comical thing too. That may still be in the game just for kind of posterity's sake. So I want to go over here. I can point this out to you in... So we go in on the left side here. Yeah, it's still in the game. But we enter the right side of the cellar. Because, I'm not joking about this, if I were to go in the other side of the cellar, we would actually end up... far on the left-hand side, even though we entered the left cellar entrance. It's just one of those little things that's like... That's always stuck to me, that's been kind of a... Did they just screw up on how these things path, and then now it's kind of an in-joke almost, that... Or how these things connect, I should say. And now it's just like an in-joke that they're keeping in the game just because it's, you know, funny. Or if that no one has noticed it but me, or no one's cared to actually act on changing it. So here's Kasparov's apprentice. See, I wouldn't say it annoys me, it's more of just like a funny thing that exists within this game. Okay, so one cool thing about the game that you're going to notice in a lot of bases. I know I'm not doing like a real in-depth playthrough, but I can point this out anyway. Anyways, is that anytime you see a group of people or a single person needing protection, like a town or right there, you'll see rings of salt. Because rings of salt in like occult literature work to... Is this on the inside? Yeah, it is. I'm gonna point it out. I'm just gonna point this out real quick. I enter on the right side, and I'm on the left side. I'm over, like, I think it should be, like, rotated. I'm pointing at the screen like you can see me. But I think, like, it should be rotated, maybe? So that it's, like, this is over here, and it, like, points up like that. Instead of, like, pointing down like this. It should just be rotated. Then again, it could just be we're seeing the rotation of the map like that. But yeah, cool. The cool thing about that area is the salt ring she put down. Because if you look at various places in the game, like just outside. Oh, it's a sparkling off the items. Just outside the prison doors, like it has the double doors of the prison that you go in. There's like a double salt ring at one at each door. It's a very fun little it's a fun little like detail that's easily overlooked, but actually is, oh, I get why that's there. And it's like, oh, it's cool that it's there. I mean, that's why iron is the cash in this world, is because gold and silver are valueless in a society that's fallen apart. So what holds value in the world of Grim Dawn? Iron, of course, because iron works against these occult creatures. Come on, burst down the fury. Burst down the fury. You again! I killed you! You've come back! You've come back from the dead to haunt me! And you're higher level! This guy ground himself up a level since the last time we saw him. Owie. He ground himself up a level, and he has a retinue that annoys me. Okay, come on down. You're the next contestant on. I'm gonna... Oops. I'm gonna make a smarmy comment that backfires. It's my new game show. Yeah, I do think his little wave there is a lifesteal thing. Sounds cool. I whiffed it again. Oh yeah. Oh no, he's not that difficult. I just can't get hit by his red wave because obviously he'll gain life off it. If that's what I'm interpreting that wave's ability as. I don't think he's actually gaining life off of that or his regular attacks. Oh yeah, I think it's just that. So compared to last time, like just with that 1 point in mental alacrity, look how much better I'm doing against him. And it counted as a flesh warp mutant. Awesome. Oh, I needed a ration so bad. I think that might have been my first medal right there, that ribbon. I mean, I could be wrong on that. You know, there aren't a lot of epic medals in the game, as opposed to the epic medal that's at the end of the game. Okay, but seriously, there aren't any epic medals that, like, there are some, but it's like, there are not a lot of epic medals. What's there is pretty good from though. You mostly get them from. I've noticed you get them from factions more than anything. Because like, oh god, another hero. You know, actually, part of me is like, oh yeah, another hero. I get lots of experience and loot off these guys. But another part of me is like, oh god damn it, another freaking hero. What makes matters worse with this guy is he's in like the house, and I know he's not going to be easily tricked to getting out of the house. Luckily, overseers aren't too difficult. Even heroic ones aren't too difficult. Overseers are really, really dangerous in large numbers. It's pretty much the only time, like, on their own, these guys are basically like the equivalent of a mage enemy. I mean, even though he has a ton of hit points being a hero, it's like, yeah, you just take him down just by powering through him. So I got 3 lore books there. Ooh, there's another lore book. So I have 4? Yeah. It's a good amount of experience off that one. I'm kind of hoping to ding off of the enemies between me and the waypoint. Even if it's freaking cold ones. Wow, he's fast. I panicked a potion. That's like probably my first panicked potion I've done so far. Right, or panicked misused potion. On the corpse fiend right here. No, thanks for grouping up, guys. No, I say overlords, overseers. Well, I guess we're just going in here. Oh, you know what might ding me? Oh, I dinged. I didn't even notice. Okay, we're going back to Devil's Crossing and turning in some quests. So, that would be an example where the 2 Burning Dead and that 1 Overseer were. That'd be an example of a bad spot to deal with Overseers. Well, I think I'm just gonna put. I think we're at the point where I'm just gonna start maxing out the mastery still. Did that not push me to friendly? Because I think the new quest is the fabric quest. I haven't done this in a long time, so I don't actually remember what the quests. Yeah. So I think the last thing we're going to do tonight in this session is get Ulgrim. I totally forgot he was in the outskirts. He's actually like right here. So had I bothered to explore just a teeny tiny bit more, I would have found him. And I'm actually cutting across places I haven't been yet, to encounter some enemies to maybe get a little experience off of. Or I will just get blocked by a fence and have to backtrack like an idiot. I did get to put on my Ember Grip handguards, which should be a pretty nice little buff boon. Something with a B to my character. I'll leave it. Yeah, I was this close to him. So as we come back in here, hopefully this will give us some Devil's Crossing reputation. It's kind of the last thing I was waiting for to do. There we go. For the record, I don't actually think his soup does anything. A lot of people say it's supposed to... There we go. A lot of people say it's supposed to give you your constitution back, but I've never really had that happen. Oh right, this is the other, like the other piece of gear that's going to take us forever to get rid of. Well, I now have access to him, though I cannot afford either of these, and nor do I think they're useful in any way, shape, or form. But at least we have access to it. The thing I really want to get to is, and we probably will be 35 before we even come close to getting it, is the Devil's Cover. Just because it's a solid piece of armor for a caster. Devil's Bargain for this guy isn't going to be as useful. Nor I think is really like any of the other pieces of armor really going to be useful. But yeah, Devil's Cover is going to be a really solid addition of this character. The other big epic I want to get is I want to get the, what do you call it? Guardsman Spaldards. The shoulder pads of the Guardsman set. They have a really solid ability that's sort of a oh poopy button that can trigger when you're at low health. So that'll be the end of this video then. So thanks for watching, everyone. I hope you enjoyed this video and all of the hardcore Arcanist videos I've been posting. And I'll see you guys next time for more hardcore Arcanist action. Though I desperately need a break right now after going through Burwich Village.